Hi there, this is Chris Kellett with museGrid.com. Let's take a look at the Photo One widget from museGrid.com. We've had some questions about how to modify this, so let's break this down into what makes up this particular widget. Well, first off, we've got this the ability to select different galleries. Now this is using the tooltip composition widget, which you can see is set to stacked, and we've got on click on the buttons here. Let's just take a look how we would turn that composition, that tooltip composition into this kind of an arrangement. So if I just click on a new site here, create a new blank site, and let's open up this page and grab the widget. Now my computer's running slightly slow at the moment because I've got lots of things going on in the background, so bear with me if we see the little beach ball spinning. So I'm going to pull that onto the page here, and I'm going to delete two of these, so I've just got one, and I'm going to go in and set the position to stacked. Now what that does is it puts the slide units, the main units, on top of each other, and then we can use either fading, horizontal or vertical sliding. We want to switch hide all initially off because we want it to be seen straight away. We don't want to have to click a button before we can see the slider. And then we grab this little dot here, which is a navigation dot, and if we go into the states panel here, into normal, switch off all the radius here, and we can start dragging that out and adding new items. Now Muse is very good at remembering what you've done with the previous trigger, so if we click again, and we can start building up. So you can see here now we've started to build up these navigation units, and we can put within those each block we can put other rectangles and text and graphics and so on, and as long as it's sitting within that frame it'll become part of that block. So let's say for instance we want to change that on, let's say active, change that fill color to red. We can see here that it picks up on the state of the unit that it's sitting in, so that we can use that to create these really nice buttons. But we could move those buttons to anywhere we wanted. We could move them down here, for example, and you can see how the everything moves with that particular unit. Let's move these down here. So we've got this kind of, let's select all of those and resize them, let's say like that, and then we could just put them all together using the really useful guides. Move everything into place, and we're starting to create now a different kind of slider. So that's how the tooltip widget is being used here. Let's close that down. Now within the tooltip widget we are using a normal gallery widget. So if we click on the plus button, the little blue button on, as I said, we've got the little beach ball going. So if I click on this main hero image here, you'll see that this widget inside the tooltip is actually a slideshow widget. So we can load up our slideshow files here. We can set prior to importing them what we want them to do, fill proportional. So we've got either fit content proportionally or fill the frame. And then we've got our other options, autoplay and so on. And just we've got thumbnails switched on here, and next and previous, which are creating these navigation arrows here. And we've also got the titles on, and we've got this background image for the gallery here, background rectangle, sorry, with text overlay. So when we go through to each slide now, the title and the background rectangle here are part of the slide, not part of the gallery. So just to separate out the items, the navigation to get through the galleries is handled by the tooltip widget, as we saw earlier, and then this rectangle and text is part of the tooltip widget slide, but behind that, in each slide, is a thumbnail gallery. So we're putting two widgets together here to create this slideshow. So if we wanted to create a new gallery, add a gallery to that list, we just click on the plus button with the item selected, and Muse will create a new element for us, and we could just go to this previous one. I'm going to copy the text here, make sure I'm selected within that area, and paste that in, and just change that to gallery 5. Let's just make sure that that's bold as well. Okay, and then we notice that we wanted to finish off these the button with this nice curve, but we don't want the curve on every button, so I'm just going to click on this one here, and I'm going to go to the normal state, and I'm going to switch the curve off and make sure that in each state, there we go, we've got the curve still there, and switch it off, and now we've got that new button added in. This one's square and this one is rounded, but we obviously haven't got a gallery in there, so let's go to gallery 4. Let's grab this this widget here. I'm going to copy that, go into this gallery, make sure that I'm actually in that widget itself. It's a little bit tricky sometimes to select it. I'm going to use the edit, paste in place, just to get it exactly where I want it. And now we should have, as you can see, that new gallery in there, and we could remove those images and load up the new ones. We also want to put that text overlay in that gallery, so I'm just going to grab this, copy it, go down to this one, select it, edit, paste in place, and we've got that new gallery 5 here. So you can see quite quickly we can add new galleries, modify them, and do whatever we want. So hopefully that breaking down the different widgets in use here and how we're using them will help you build your own galleries, and feel free to move things around and play with things. Breaking our widgets down will help you learn how to build your own widgets. We try and build as many custom widgets as we can for you, but it's always good to play and find out your own techniques of building things as well. So thanks for watching.